Hey guys, how are you guys doing, man? We already have people waiting for the stream to start. Lezo Vets, how are you, man? Welcome. Thanks for being here early. I'm a bit late. I was a bit late because this is gonna be funny. So I was at the gym working out. I'm working out like I don't want to be I want to beat the odds in my family. That's my plan. I want to beat the odds because in my family most of us kind of die young, right? So all the men usually die young. So I want to beat the odds. So I'm trying to stay fit and hopefully I beat the odds. Yeah, I guess my dad passed away before. I think it was like 50 something when he passed away. Right? Two of my uncles passed away when they were they never even touched 60. My cousin passed away at the age of 45. So basically the men in our families get knocked out quite early compared to the women. Hey, how are you, man? Kena, Brave Fendi, come to draft. What you mean? Come to draft. Nene Ristic, how are you, man? Yeah, me. That'll be interesting this week. I don't know how many of you are following the news. I'm sure all of you are following the news, right? The Premier League, I think it's the top. I mean, it was basically Liverpool and United and Rick Perry, I guess. Liverpool and United went to Rick Perry with an idea, and now they've got something called Project Big Picture going on, which is kind of strange because to me it appears like it's kind of like, you know, these clubs need money, so you give them 375 million with a catch. I don't know what to make of it. Part of me says it's great, they're gonna get money in the short term, but in the long run, what does this mean for the clubs? Does it mean there's a hegemony or like an oligarchy of big clubs? Because there are only 6 clubs that are sitting on some kind of the Don Corleone table at the moment. These are the big 6, plus 2 more clubs. I think the other 2 clubs, one of them is Everton, right? By virtue of the fact that they've been in the Premier League for a long time. So these big dons sit on a table making a lot of decisions. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, it's a part of me that says that it's not really fair. But then there's another part of me that's going, well, the government and the Premier League should have done something about it before these clubs came up with the idea, because nobody was coming up with any plans financially to help these clubs out, because a lot of the already 5-6 small clubs have closed down, right? Quite a number of clubs are heading towards bankruptcy. They need money now, and nobody has thrown them a bone yet, as far as I'm concerned. So we have these clubs coming in to make a proposal. Now the genesis of the proposal is very simple. Cash, they take some of the broadcast rights, they pass it to the clubs. There's only one caveat. Only 2 teams go down, not 3. There's a playoff for number 16. The league will be trimmed down to 18 teams, right? No more parachute payments. And I agree on. I mean, like, the parachute payments thing, now that's been we can argue about parachute payments until the cows come home. I'm one of those guys that believes parachute payments have just made it seem like there's a big cash day now for clubs when they get promoted, and then if they get demoted, well, there's a big cash handout. So clubs don't get rewarded for financial prudence. But having said that, right, so apparently the big 6 can turn around and tell the small clubs, hey, you guys should exercise financial prudence because you're spending 107% of your revenue on wages, right? What do you think the big clubs are doing? If you take out you think all the big clubs are spending what, 30% of the wages revenue on wages? You gotta be joking, man. Because if you look at the big clubs as well, if they don't make Champions League, let's take out the Champions League as well. Because if you look at the way the clubs are spending their money, It's not the same. So why the top clubs want this new project in the first place is because so that these top clubs can now get a bigger share of the pie. That's just basically it. So they can compete effectively with the rest of Europe. But hang on a minute, haven't you had a big pie for the last 20 years now? So wait, for 20 years you've had this big pie, and you're telling me right now, when COVID is, I mean, this is a problem? What happened to all the money? Look at how big clubs are spending money. I mean, Man City, how many defenders are they going to go through? What about, let's look at Manchester United with their backline, 145 million. Or 175 million they spent in the backline, right? So, what about all these clubs then? Right? Does this mean that they get to throw away the money? So, but hey, hang on, those guys at the bottom of the pyramid, you guys better make sure you don't throw away this $1 that I'm giving you. It's so freaking condescending. Yeah, the way Arsenal treats their staff is appalling, right? Gunosaurus? Of all the people in the world. I mean, come on. I mean, if you want to rip away the heart and the soul that makes a club, right? I mean, okay, I'm not saying the mascot is like so important to the club, but hang on a minute. He's been there for like what, 20 years? I mean, I don't know, 15 to 20 years. I've seen Gunosaurus myself. I've been to at the Emirates Stadium. I met Gunosaurus. Or rather, it was there and I was here, maybe, split by about 100 or so meters. For me, that's enough. But thing is this, does this seem like this just means that big clubs can what? They get to throw away more money? Just, I don't know. There's something very wrong with football in England, right? Because they want to. Their argument is that this so that they can be sitting on the heap of Europe, right? Sitting at the top of this trash heap of Champions League football in Europe. But let's face the facts, right? If English clubs couldn't sit on the trash heap of in Europe before COVID, they're not going to sit there after COVID if they get how much more? 40 million more? Or 50 million more because of the parachute payments? Nah. So what are they going to do? I mean, at the end of the day, now they want to scrap the League Cup. I mean, I'm all in favor of scrapping the League Cup. I am. I mean, I think it's a... But then again, if you look at the League Cup and the FA Cup, isn't this an avenue for the smaller clubs to generate more revenue? What about the new deal for pay-per-view as well? It's like, oh, yeah, okay, right. That I kind of get because with clubs have to generate some form of revenue. But for £15 a game? Oh, man. Why can't you just do £15 or £20 for live streaming and let them have their banner ads at the bottom of the screen? Right, so it's going to be streamed anyway, so it's going to be on the freaking computer. Let them run your banner ads at the bottom and say, okay, fine, if you don't want to pay like, if you want it to be without any advertisements, right, at the bottom of the screen with all these pop-ups and stuff, shit like that, you gotta pay X amount of dollars. Why can't they do that? Nah, something's very wrong with the game, man. They fire a lot of staff and immediately spend tens of millions on a player. Meanwhile, Ozil there sits on a ton of money and don't even play for the team. But at least Ozil had the good sense, right, to take part of his base. Ozil has now made sure Gunosaurus is paid as long as he's around. As long as Ozil is around. It's not contingent on Ozil playing for Arsenal. Ozil can leave and go and play for Galatasaray for all we care. He's still paying Gunosaurus a salary. Now that, my friends, is a man. Who cares? I mean, for all the bad things that have been said about Mesut Ozil, I mean, here he is, Gunosaurus, he turns around and says, I take some of mine. I mean, the club ain't playing me, so he might as well have some of my money, I feel bad about taking it from all of you. Let's draft, let me beat you. Haha, can't help. We have draft all the time, man. We do draft, we do fantasy draft in our community all the time. Yeah, so you want to take my drafts, you have to join the community. Hey Phil Shaw, how are you, man? Chizu, hi, how are you, man? But then when Manchester City spends what FFP says it can't, UEFA removes the full penalty of no Champions League. Yeah, exactly. I mean, then you get They need more money. I don't know how much more money Man City needs. Right? Yeah. The rules are a bit skewed in football. They are skewed. There's no penalty at the moment for clubs overspending in Europe. That's a fact. That's a fact. Look at what happened to City. All they needed to do was delay the outcome for what? Hold the thing in stasis for like 5 years, and then of all the rules in for financial fair play, 5 years. I mean, the statute of limitations is like 15, right? For most crimes, 10, 15 years. But for football, it's only 5, man. As long as you keep it delayed for 5 years, they can't charge you. That's the dirtiest thing in football. Exactly. I mean, it's the big clubs at the moment. Lord Midichlorian, you're absolutely right. It's like the big clubs are telling the small clubs, hey, don't overspend. Right. You get 2 million a year, don't spend. And they want, you know what they want to do? They want to introduce salary caps for lower league football clubs, for teams below the pyramid. Salary freaking caps. But hey, hang on a minute, we can still pay we can still play I don't know who, what. I think what's the highest paid? I think the highest paid player in England was at one point getting about £550,000 a freaking week. Now, if you want to do salary caps, let's talk about salary caps across England. Let's do it like the America, man. Designated player. You can only have 3 imported players. Designated. We don't care how much you pay, but you can only have 3 freaking designated players. You see how these clubs are going to react to that? Because then they're going to say, hey, if you give us... The argument for all these top clubs is going to be very simple. If you institute caps on salaries, you put caps on spending, then we will not be able to win the Champions League. Because at the end of the day, money talks, bullshit talks. So this whole project, big picture, you can paint it in as many colors as you want. Right? It's just one simple thing. Not 6, but 8 actually. It's the top 6 plus 2 other clubs. One of them is Everton. I can't remember who's the other team. I think it was West Ham, right? If I'm not mistaken. These clubs are going to sit down at this table. A Don Corleone of football table. Every time. And I don't know what power they're going to have. Because apparently the Premier League itself is kind of like, holy cow, you guys went behind us? The Football Association is unhappy as well because, but frankly, whose fault is it? This is the fault of the Football Association and the Premier League and the government. It's not. I mean, honestly, I can't blame Liverpool United and Rick Parry for having started this. Honestly, I don't blame them. Somebody had to do something. Too many clubs are going under right now, and there's no concrete financial plan to save them, right? So somebody had to come up with something, and they came up with something that is actually concrete, which is what Rick Parry said. In the absence of any other offer to save these clubs, I need to take what's offered on the table. There is 375 million here that will help me save a lot of these clubs. And honestly, at the moment, for some of these clubs, look, this money is going to keep them afloat for the next year or so. And I think they're going to take it. So I don't care if we have to have our hands tied up behind our backs, but we're begging here. You see, that's the problem, right? When somebody is down on his luck and they don't have anything available to them, they just, they go that direction. Yeah. Hey Adam, just a massive thanks. Oh man, I'm happy I helped, man. The whole Manchester City thing is very weird. They find them but remove the ban. No. The Manchester City thing is just outright shenanigans. Call it what it is, right? I can't say too much, but shit, man. Yeah. West Ham, Southampton and Everton plus the top 6. Yeah, I was right. West Ham, Everton. I forgot Southampton. Yeah, that's right. West Ham, Southampton, Everton and the top 6. So clubs like Wolves and Leicester, they got no say. See, this is just like, and then somebody said to me, right, it's just like Liverpool right now. But the Liverpool being listed, that's a different matter altogether. That's financial and all that shit. Eventually what's going to happen sooner or later was going to happen. I was fully expecting it. It's got nothing to do with this event that's unfurling, right? But the fact of the matter is, these clubs are ganging up together. There's a pie in front of them. They want a bigger share because the Premier League clubs have been screaming for this for a long, long time. The top 6 have been screaming about the 5 for a long time. And their argument, which is also quite true, is that parachute payments are spoiling the championship. I totally agree with that. I think parachute payments have made the Premier League look like the quick bread basket that we can just go there and grab a loaf and then we can run away after that. And then if we need another loaf, let's make a push for it. Let's sign a couple of players. Let's push it, grab the loaf, then we come down, let those players go again. Right? It can happen. There is abuse of the parachute payment system. Right? That one, no doubt about it. But in the absence of another plan, what do we have? Oh yeah, God Spurs, I saw the pictures. Man, I was so impressed, man. Holy cow, Zamosi. I love your pictures, man. Wow, we got our own little community. Oh man, I want to see. I want to share these pictures with everyone. It's okay, right? I can Spurs. I got Spurs. I can show these pictures to everyone. Is it okay? Just out of curiosity, since you're here. Wow, we got your training pictures, training the boys. You got a tactical board. Okay, we're gonna. I hope it's okay, man. God Spurs. I mean, there's no people that I'm not supposed to self-show. Okay, let's just take a very quick look. Okay, guys, this is courtesy of one of our members, and I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of where we've come over the years, right? So right now we've got so much happening in our community, and this is one of the things. But before anything else, before I hit on to this, we're gonna share some pictures of a training ground, and then before we do, and then as part of today's show, which is all about a tactical challenge where we continue with our adventures. My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show. Okay, here we go, man. This is so cool. Thanks, Godspurs. Oh, so this is your training pictures. Wow, look at the kids, man. So y'all, So I'm more interested in this, right? So have you spoken to some of the boys? Really, I would love to be on that conversation where you tell the boy, let's say Brooks number 9, you tell number 9, look, for next week's game, I want you to be a trequartista. And then you tell Salter, I want you to be a inverted winger. You tell Killen, or you can play a 3-4-3, right? Confuse the hell out of the boys. This is Cranbrook United Football Club. Wow, this is so cool. This is so cool. Look at this, man. It's official. Look at the boys trading. I'm so proud of you guys, man. It's the kid. Wow. These are some nice pictures. I have to admit, these are very nice. Pictures are well taken. Oh, this is your jersey. Oh, I love the logo, man. This is your identity as well. This is very, very nice. The home kit, the away kit, all maroon. This is very, very nice, man. So impressed. Well done. Yeah, I haven't. You sent it in on Sunday. I received it on Sunday. Yilmaz. If you want to send in a save, try and get it in on the weekdays before the Saturday, so that we can do that. Yeah. Hey, score one more high. Yeah, I'll have to look. I haven't looked at it. I had a look at somebody else's game changer save. Your game changer save. I just had a look. I don't even know whether it's worth doing a show on, because I'm the kind of person that when I see a game changer save, I honestly need to. If there's nothing too untoward about it, I'm very averse to making too many changes. Your system is okay. The only mistake you're making with your tactics, some of you are making with tactics, you're doing too many personalized roles in your system. A fullback, you bring on somebody else, he turns into a wing, because the personalized role literally just changes his complete role and duty. And that for me is one of the things that I would avoid. Like, I'm not saying personalized roles are bad. I'm just saying that when they change what he's doing on the pitch and the duty, then you have to think very carefully about it. Oh my goodness, Mafe is injured, guys. My hero, Nicolo Mafe, is not available. This is very bad for us. Our tactic depends on that genius, man. Okay. This game is moving too fast for me to react. I'm not even touching the damn button. The game is just going off on its own, like it's possessed again. Let's be, no, it's not possessed, guys. You know, right? I'm using continue game timeout is disabled in this, so it just runs right to the match day. All right, so we got Jimenez as a ball winner in this tactic. Okay, I'm gonna explain something about asymmetric tactics. Today's every time I do one of these shows, I like to, like for example, when do you use underlap? When do you use overlap? There's a specific time and a place where I like to do underlaps. Specific time when I like to do overlaps. Like, I don't like to underlap against the double DM system because then my attacks are very central, and I don't really stretch the opposition. So that's very, it favors like inside forwards going straight into the middle, and then you're looking for those kind of runs. But you're running right into traffic with double DMs. So when I am playing those kind of systems, I'm more happier if I am doing overlapping. Right, so I want to stretch the team out. So there's a time and a space for this underlap, overlap instruction. It shouldn't be, if you want to do something like an overlap, underlap, that's a different thing altogether. An overlap, underlap in the same tactic is very unique because what you're doing is, on one side you're pumping in, you're going for width on one side of the flank, and on the other side you're looking at players looking inside for the pass. So you gotta have players attacking, right? So there has to be an attack duty or two. Like in this tactic, could underlap the right, so underlap the left and overlap the right. It's a thought I had in as well. There's another option I have in the tactic. So when you want to do underlaps and overlaps, these are things that you want to bear in mind, right? Otherwise, you run into traffic, and this will be interesting. We have Jimenez, who's not usually my number one. I got other players here who can play ball winners. Okay, I'm going to go with Simeone. I'm going to ask Simeone to play. He's a bit more of a, he punches in and tackles. Trequarty stuff for Silva. He's on a nice vein of form. And then this other thing about these asymmetric systems. Asymmetric systems can be quite fun. As long as you understand, when you play with an asymmetric system, where these players are in the three phases in the transition. The defensive phase, the midfield phase, and the attacking phase. So you got to know in the defensive phase what it looks like. So notice one thing, I got to play our defense, right? That's so that my ball-winning midfielder and the DLP will drop a bit deeper to help us recycle the ball out and bring the ball out of defense. I'm using two wing-backs, so they're more aggressive than full-backs. So I'm expecting the wing-backs to come around the two DMs, the two MCs. So that my midfield transition will go like a 4, and then it shifts into like from a 4-2, it goes to a 2-4, right? And this is the part where it gets interesting. Then during the consolidation phase, when we're moving to midfield, I should have 2 in defense, right? 4 in midfield, plus 2 more. The inverted wing and the shadow striker. So it goes into like an overloaded midfield during the consolidation phase. And then once it reaches Cassie, if he's got like play killer balls, dictates tempo, then what he can do is this player is going to switch things up. Right? He can either switch things up early if he has the opportunity. Now, because I'm playing short-term passing, it might not happen very often, and I've got higher tempo, but this might encourage him to look for the options if Haaland attacks space or Paqueta attacks space. What will be the next formation? I don't know. I have to think about it. I might go with a... So far, we've done 3-4-1-2. We've done a few. We haven't done that many, right? So we've done a 3-4-1-2. We've done this real weird tactic. This one. I don't know what we're gonna call this tactic. And now we're playing this asymmetric system. I'm thinking the next one is also gonna be one of those like, maybe a one defender system. Only one defender. I'm only gonna use one defender. Yeah. Yeah, will you show me Chelsea tactics? I need to see the Chelsea system. Then we can make a Chelsea tactic. All right. Ryan Owen, how are you, man? Ryan Owen, the man. How are you? You're welcome to the channel. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's see what's going to happen. Right, tactically, what we want to do. You see, the thing about football is this. It's a very simple game. Football is about controlling the spaces, right? Teams control spaces in transition. The old adage holds true because many coaches have gone by this line, which is I always want to have one extra man through each phase. So defense, I will have one extra man. Midfield, I have one extra man. Attack, I'll have one extra man. You solve that in your tactic, you're almost there. You're almost there. If you can think like that, you're fine. So that's how we're going to think like, right? So we're going to look for things like that to happen. The bad news for us is that if one of our players gets injured, because Tonali might be forced to play. Jimenez likes to switch the ball to the other flank. He can play as a playmaker in this position. How's my mentoring coming along? Some of the mentoring is okay. Right, every significant line. These are all the 3 goalkeepers. I really don't care about this group. It's this group that I'm worried about. Now Mafe is leading. Now he's resolute. This is superb, man. This guy's personality is now he's truly a leader. This is our Nugent. He's turned into a phenomenal player. Alright, but he's injured, so we're gonna be very careful with how we use him. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful with how we use him, but Maldini is also injured. Dear Lord. We're running on fumes with this team. This guy is the Stefano youngster. And this is Monte Cristo. My new superstar. This is my original superstar. He's 23 years old. I got these guys coming out through my ears right now. I got a new one coming through our ears, and he's gonna be moved to this position so he can learn killer ball. So he's passing his vision. His vision's still not there yet. Why I want everybody to have killer balls, I don't know. Don't ask me. It's just one of those insane things I'm doing on FM21. Okay, so we got Guerra. I can play Monty in holding position. Positioning is 14, 15. I think I could use him as a ball winner. Boom! He can play there as well. Holy cow, this is too much, man. That's not nice. Let's control this. We should have enough numbers here. Cassie is going to be playing as a deep line playmaker. Alright. So he does not dive and runs with ball often. That's fine. Okay, let's go. Let's see what happens. What would be my next formation? Will be interesting. I'm toying with several ideas at the moment. We already done Atalanta on Discord, right? So I've already replicated Atalanta for you guys. Maybe the next tactic could be simply boring. I don't know. 4-4-2 with 4-4-2 with a target man and a poacher. I don't know. It's a challenge. Every month I have to use one tactic, and I cannot go back to the same formation, right? So it has got to be a new formation. So every single month we have to have a new formation. We'll discuss it. I wanna think about what formation I'm going to use. Because I've got quite a lot of formations. I've done a 4-1-3-2, 4-3-1-2, 4-2-4, 4-4-2, 4-5-1, 4-1-4-1, 4-4. I've lost track of the number of formations that I have. But it just shouldn't be just about making formations. It should be like a learning experience for people. So when I make a tactic, what am I looking at? Alright, so here we don't see too much, right? So I need to show some of, okay, we'll come out of this, right? This should be like, okay, like, what am I looking for, right? But this is not too bad. That was a set piece, but you know, heck, the game just, you have to pay attention to set pieces as well. See this set piece? This is intentional. My set pieces are not about. My set pieces are all about maintaining possession. Because if they clear the header, I want the ball back, and we score a goal from there. That's how you do this, man. Oh, I love it. This is intentional. Fabio Silva picks the ball up, Paqueta back to Fabio Silva, and then he smashes it home. This is one of the reasons why I like my strikers at the edge of the area. Right, so if you look at my corner routines, right, And nothing is going to change when I hit FM 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 is always going to be the same. Defense routines are always the same. You only ever put somebody here. Okay, this is very simple logic. Right? This is logic. It's football logic. Okay, when you actually play football, you will realize one thing. Okay, have you ever been a defender in your lifetime? Because I have. I know what it's like to be a defender. Right? Okay, I was a fullback. So if I get anywhere near my keeper is gonna kill me, because there is a certain zone in the box that belongs to your keeper. That's the area the keeper is expected to dominate and challenge. But if you and your Mickey Mouse shit decide to jump in front of the area for the keeper is just going to be blocked, right? So now, if your keeper is terrible at jumping and you are better at jumping, then yes, fine. The keeper will let you go and dominate the 6-yard area. However, if within the 6-yard area, your keeper has got very good air reach and command of the area, then you should leave the area. You should leave it to the keeper. So that's what we have. We have a keeper whose air reach is 17, right? His command of area is also not bad, 15. So I leave this to the keeper alone. This is his area. I worry about these two areas, which is the near post, and this is the too far post. So this is quite bad, because this guy, I don't think he has jumping reach. Yeah, he's only 11 for jumping reach. This guy's a shorty pants. What's he doing there? This guy is jumping, he's 13, he's man marking. This guy is useless, so he's got to go back. He's got nothing better to do with his life. This guy is 15, man marking. I'll put him in. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we got MCR, man marking, got this guy, go back. This guy is better off man marking, so this guy is just gonna go back. Okay, so this is optimized already. Right. You want somebody with marking here, and you want somebody with marking here. This guy basically, I don't have much choice, right? So you can't fill every single slot with the best players. But it's this attack routine. This is my attacking routine. It's very, very simple, but this is very dangerous. This is very, very dangerous. I'm only playing with two at the back. So I'm keeping a short routine. I play it out. I got one guy here, and I got one guy lurking at the edge of the area. So he's gonna pick up any shots and smash them home. This guy's gonna drive into the box to try and score. So this is I know. Now, guess what? I didn't change my corner routines because we haven't done any corner routines, I assume, for this tactical challenge, because I've left my tactical corner routines the same. Yeah, that's the reason why we got a dodgy character there. Oh, the Trequartista makes it 2. Oh, what a goal! Paqueta, look at the Trequartista, picks it up, turns the defender, then charges into the box, goes wide, comes around and smashes it home for number 2. Fabio Silva is away, man. This is too good, man. Okay, what about the pressure that we are applying? You see this pressure that we are applying? This is another common misconception in the game. Where is my urgent pressing? Look at that. This is a big thing in the game, right? It's like, I think that quite a number of people don't get it. You don't have to have more intensities. What we're doing is slightly different. We're doing something I like to call a split block. So this is my split block. So only these 3 players are applying pressure, right? 1, 2, 3. This is a ball-winning midfielder, so he's going to apply pressure because of the inherent role. This guy stays loose, so he doesn't do anything. This guy doesn't do anything. This guy doesn't. So I have these 3 players chasing, but the rest of the players staying within the confines of the line of engagement. Yeah, so the small little things. Hey, Peter Massey, have you had any success making a Casanaro tactic? No, first I need to understand what a Casanaro tactic is. Oh, Fabio! Oh, it should have been a third. It should have been a third. Let me check out some of the questions. Mika Ferdaus, am I from Singapore? Yes, I am from Singapore. 我是新加坡人. Saya dari Singapura. I mean, my Malay is not good. I swear to God. I'm like one of those weird Singaporeans who learn Chinese in school. Because when I was young, when I was 5 years old, my first vulgarity was a Chinese vulgarity. So my father decided, oh, since you're smart enough to use vulgarities at the age of 5, you might as well go to a Chinese school for the rest of your life. On hindsight, I have to thank my father for my penchant for Chinese girls, friends, and so ended up it's his fault. Yeah. What do you think is the most effective formation against the 4-3-3? Are you talking the normal bulk basic 4-3-3, the one with the 3 strikers? Or are you talking about another 4-3-3, which is like the 4-1-2-3, which some people say is also the 4-3-3? If it's the old-fashioned 4-3-3, which the white strikers, then, oh man, this is silly. That was a defensive error. That was a defensive error. That was a stupid defensive error. Okay, now I don't need to give up the flanks, but we are giving up the flanks intentionally, right? The goalkeeper dived. This is intentional. I've got the strategies to go narrows. I've given up the flanks. They are going to attack me down the flanks, right? So that is a risk I'm taking. That's a stupid goal to concede. He's done a glorious Carius. So against the 4-3-3, the white 4-3-3, you've got to think a good formation to play against that 4-3-3 would be something that like a back five, right? So you got 3 and 2. That's the simple way of doing it. Another good formation that you can play against the 4-3-3 white is a 4-2-3-1, deep 4-2-3-1. That means you got double DMs. Because the 4-3-3 is absolutely going to hate the fact that there are 2 DMs there. They cannot do the underlapping runs. So they have to do overlapping runs. Then your defenders can take care of it. And then if you're 3 in attack, so that can work to your advantage. The 4-4-2 is not bad, but you have to remember the 4-4-2 has its inherent issues. Now, the 4-4-2 can play really well against the 4-3-3. Problem is, the moment you play with the 4-4-2, you got to think about your fullbacks, because then you have to think about another way of scoring goals. So you're going to be looking at playing with wing backs who are crossing early into the box, taking advantage of a 2-striker partnership. You don't want to overcommit your players with too many overlaps. You see like this, look at this. He's away here. He's already here. So if you're playing with a 4-3-3, somebody's going to attack you down this space. I have a DLP here, right? So I'm hoping that this guy protects the space. I want this guy to be attacking, so I'm thinking about the space if I were to end up playing against a 4-3-3. Yeah. Oh, nice. Give and go. Look at that, man. Nice, Alan. Oh, man. The touches inside the box were nice. The touches inside the box were nice. That was so nice. Oh, this. My face scores out third. Okay. But they're well deserved. I'm on a break at work, so get to work. Hey, Reggae Boy Gaming, how are you, man? You're a break from work? Yes, hope you're enjoying yourself. So how do you guys think of Project Big Picture? How many of you are kind of like perplexed like me? I won't say I'm disgusted. Look at that. You see? That is not prevent short goalkeeper distribution. That is actually the split block. And this is the other thing, right? People always say, oh, why am I don't want to play Trequartista. Trequartista doesn't close down. Who do you think was closing down just now? The Trequartista was closing down. It's a weird thing about SI. I don't know whether it's by design or, well, they seem to let the Trequartista do. Look at where the Trequartista is going. He's like, the guy is, even the fullback is confused. Oh my God, what a goal! From back to front. They came down our flanks and we took over after that. See? Oh my Lord, what a goal from Fabio Silva to Paqueta. He rockets that home. Okay, this narrow and these defensive widths are always going to be a strategy you use, right? If you don't want to have a strategy, it's perfectly okay to do this. Then play like this. That's no strategy. I heard the Dalji is talking about strategy, all bloody hell, it's too confusing for me, It's too bloody confusing. I don't have any strategy shit. Okay. So then play in the middle. That is a no strategy piece of shit. Okay. Alright. You want to have a strategy, you go narrow. Why? You are telling the opposition team, come attack me down the flanks. then you know what happens, right? You counter attack them down the flanks, provided you have roles and duties set up for that. In our tactic, we have inside forward with the winger, wing back to hurl, wing back to hurl, and I don't know if they have learned their traits yet. No, hasn't learned his trait yet. Correa hasn't learned his that. Yeah, gets forward not possible. So both of them don't have it yet. And I also am using 2 ball playing defenders, so both of them can look for the pass. That was a Trequartista closing down again. FYI. Just in case you're wondering. Okay, we're 5-1 up. I think it's a good time for us to bring on Pinamonte. Haaland. Haaland can come off. No, cancel. We're going to take off Haaland for Daniel Maldini. Okay. Haaland missed the sitter. What about Conte's Inter? The 3-5. Conte's Inter is like a 3, right? 3 and 2 and then a white 3. Done that already, but I think we can do something close to that. It's like those are relatively easy to set up. Yeah, I did that on Discord as well, right? We did that on the Bring Your Tactics. Fabio Silva with a chance to seal this fantastic display with a hat-trick. He's running off to get the ball. He doesn't want to wait for the ball boy. He just went there to get the ball himself to this is a 5 performance for Fabio Silva. Fabio Silva couldn't wait, right? He just had to run and get the ball himself. Fantastic performance from Fabio Silva. This is a great game for him. Hat-trick. I feel like we should be continuing to play this tactic for the rest of the season. But the rule is we can't stick to this tactic. You gotta go. That's so sad, man. I'm crying. Oh man, I'm gonna be so sad when I give this tactic up. Theo Hernandez plays against in Milan. Yeah. I'm using a 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress since I started playing. Well, that's fine. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Gegenpress. Not in the game. I prefer a middle block, but or a reasonably high block, but I'm totally dead set against playing the Gegenpress. It's not the best way of playing. It can give you a lot of chances. I wouldn't deny it, right? But it will be a lot of low quality chances. Because they're always not moving out of the box. Look at that, man. This is a good performance from our side. Let's look at all the shots we had. I'm only interested in shots inside the box. Look at that. And our central shots. Right. A lot of central shots, right? But these are Fabio Silva coming from wider areas. Look at how many spots Fabio Silva popped up in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 4 nice spots. Who's number 13? 13 is our defender. So all the 13s are taken out. Mafe is 33. So Mafe, 1, 2, 3. Mafe also popped up with 3 spots. That's not too bad. Number 2 is a defender. 11 is Haaland. Haaland, 1, 2, 3. Not bad. So our strikers all got into good positions to shoot. That's not too bad. Okay, we won't say anything to the team. We just won 5-1, and I like my assistant manager. I think we should give him a bonus. Because apparently he thinks a 5-1 mauling is just an everyday thing. What about our fans? Because we got off to a bad start, right? Because we do this challenge. We lost to Genoa 2-1, and then we lost to Cagliari 3-1. We seem to be doing really badly against the Minos. We don't take them. Maintain the best youth system in the world. Devastated. Holy shit. Wait, I asked for money for the best youth system in the world. Yeah, improved training facilities. Thank you very much. Okay, we're gonna have to get more. We're gonna have to bring in more players from the under 20s. We're not the best youth system in the country because our rating dropped as well. But most of our players are coming from the clubs. And we swapped, we changed to a kind of a tactical challenge right now for our final season. Does fullback on defense form back three? Okay, this is an interesting question. On lower mentalities, and when you are playing, you're telling him to sit narrow, and when he doesn't have gets further forward, he can form a part of a back three. He can. But it's a very unpredictable back three. It's not going to be centered. It's going to be off-centered a bit. Yeah. Is it ideal? I don't think so. It's not. I know people have tried. I even did it on a show once to show what it looks like. It's not perfect. Yeah. All right. So we've got our players. We're going to put Maldini on for Haaland. Maldini's a bit tired. We got Tonali back. I'm going to put Tonali in for Kessie. Kessie can play as a ball-winning midfielder. Right. So I put him here. Look at the combination here. Paqueta is playing well, 86. Onguene, Mafe, Silva. We're supposed to rotate our youngsters, but hell, man, I'm not interested anymore. We're just going to finish the season this season. We got Maletti as a central defender. Is coming through the tiers as well. Got Pinamonte, Jimenez, another player that came through the tiers. This generation is the generation that's going to win a lot of things. Yeah. Hey Peter, I'm used to having fullbacks on the post from my history of playing. I know, right? I used to holding the post. I missed the post, right? Putting my hand on the post. I know what you mean. But the thing is, yeah, that whole notion of the old days of the fullbacks on the post. I think now most teams have one player on the post, right? Because too many players are arriving unmarked and they're all jumping. So the guy, the poor guy at the post, normally, if you think about it, right, a bit hard. It does save some shots, but it does save some attempts at goal. But if you think about it, we're playing the game as well. The AI seems to like to have that. Sometimes the AI has. Okay, let me just put it this way. The AI will always, a human or an AI will always play in one specific way all the way. So normally I find that it's best to put your best jumping reach in the far post and the near post, just to mark those two zones. Instead of then you don't really need those players standing on the far post anymore. Yeah, not skilled. The fullbacks are just fullbacks, man. We're hopelessly useless. Catanaccio doesn't really work, man. Mr. Messi. Catanaccio is don't try Catanaccio. I won't bother with Catanaccio. It doesn't work in the game. I really want to play legendary Milan squad against Seedorf, Pirlo. Then you have to go and get the database, right? Oh man, Shevchenko. Ooh, that was a legendary team. Milan was, look at that. Look at the goalkeeper. Our team is doing this to every team right now. Like, look at this. Both of them going to the keeper and say, show me the money. And this is a Trequartista. Or this is not a Trequartista. Look at this. This is who? The Shadow Striker. Followed by the Trequartista. One who started the press early was the Shadow Striker. You got Kessie with the ball to Paqueta. Paqueta comes inside to take a shot. Ever thought doing an SPL save? Scottish Premier League just subbed as well. Oh, thanks, man, Mika Ferdaus. Scottish Premier League, yeah, I'm so close, right? We came so close on the on Twitch and votings and polls, right? I might just do one for the sake of the fact that we came so close. Because I kept asking people where should I be going, so we nominated some countries, and one of the countries that always gets nominated is Scotland. But so far in the last couple of voting cycles, Scotland has always lost out in the finals against another team. It's a bit unfortunate. Paqueta is out. Collided. He had an injury. So far it's not so bad. Okay, we can wait to see what it's like. If Paqueta can't play, that position in the middle, I might move Mafe there and bring Maldini on. Oh man, what a rocket again. Fabio Silva is doing brilliant. He just scored a hat-trick in the last save. But this is like, but because I'm changing the formation a lot, it depends on which formation I play. If I'm playing this formation, I think Fabio Silva is going to score a lot of goals. He'll come in unmarked a lot of times. Because he seems to like the free role. He seems to like roles that give more creative freedom and more license, like the complete forward. He does well in that for me. He does well as a trequartista as well. Okay, Fabio, you're waiting from the outside the area. Thank goodness. Oh! Tonali out to Thierry. Thierry's on a yellow card already. Yeah, I mean, for all Wolves fans, right? Wolves fans. No, it's on Discord. You must not subscribe to the channel here. It's on Discord, mate. Like Discord and subscribe here is slightly different. Yeah, but I don't know. You'll have to check. See whether you get an invitation. You got a Discord invitation, and it'll be interesting. What's your plan for FM21? My plan for FM21 is to first couple of weeks is match engine all the way, man. Every single stream will be about exploiting the match engine. Every single opening stream. I'll be looking for every single match engine exploit inside the first 2 weeks of the game. That's what I'll be doing. All right. I won't say that I'm looking for it intentionally. I'm just going to be playing the game like I normally do, and I'm just going to be looking for that. I'm just going to look for weird behaviors, because I'm going to be writing bug reports for SI. So I'm submitting bug reports. So for me, that's my plan. Once the beta is done, so what are my plans? As usual, I'm releasing my book, right? So every year I write a new book. So I'm gonna be, for the people who support me who are my patrons who support me on Discord, I usually give them this book for thank you for supporting me kind of thing. So that will be going out the moment within a week or two after the game is released. That's the plan. Yeah, that is my plan. But because of COVID this year, everything seems to be delayed. So I haven't had much time to work on the book as well, because I haven't seen. Normally things are different, so I can write my book a bit earlier. I don't know how to say this. Yeah, normally it's different. So this year is a bit different. So I can't really write my book earlier. So I gotta hang out. Yeah. Oh, Mafe is in. Mafe! Oh my goodness, this Mafe, Paqueta has to come off. He's not playing well. Oh my goodness, they're trying from outside the box. This is too much. Okay, this guy, yeah, I knew it. Somebody's got too many yellow cards. We have, our left back is injured. We have a problem in our left back department. I'm gonna bring Monte Cristo, asking to play here. He's just gonna look at me with this confused look, like, huh? What? You want me to play on the right flank? Yes, Monte Cristo. You apparently can play everywhere. So why don't you just concentrate on working here as well? You got a right foot and a left foot? Yeah, I know you're a bit confused. No. Monte Cristo, I'm putting him back. Let's look for the other defender. We want to choose the worst of you, right? Which is the worst defender? Guerra? What about you? What? Me too? You're making me suffer. Oh my goodness, you're weak. But at least you played there once before, right? So you go there. Ah, man. Oh god, this is hilarious, man. Hey man, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. Thank you very, very much. Let's see whether you get let me check if you got your Discord invite. Hold on, I've got a pop-up Discord. You should have gotten it, or you should get it within the next day or so. You bought FMTV for 30 euros. That's not bad. Yeah, that's quite cheap. Mine is Sorry, but it's like 32 euros. It's 2 euros more. Come on, boys. Tonali. Ooh. Hits the post. Damn it. It struck the post, man. Yeah, I was just wondering how you get the Discord link. It's supposed to be automatic though. Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna get the link directly from here into Discord. Yeah. Give it a day. Give it a day or so. Let me check. Because yeah. It's supposed to have been. Make sure that your Discord is integrated with your Discord and your YouTube are integrated as well. You have added YouTube as a channel on Discord. Otherwise, you're not going to get a link. You must make sure that you have done the connections on your Discord. If you have done it, then it will automatically invite you. If you haven't, then you probably won't. So you need to check your connections. Go and check how to connect my YouTube and my Discord. Okay. I'm sure if you go and Google it, you'll find it. How to connect your YouTube to Discord. Yeah. Alfo, how are you, man? Would you be able to tell me what you see in pre-match analysis the first time you decide we use pass into space? Oh yeah, very simple. Look at these two guys, no pass into space. Why? Because he's not using fullbacks or wingbacks attacking the space, right? So they don't have wingbacks attacking the space. So when they don't have wingbacks attacking the space, it's very difficult to do that. Two, I'm looking at the formation as well. Some formations play 4-2-3-1, right? So deep 4-2-3-1s may not give me space. Some double DM systems might not have space. A good clue is the mentality that they're using. Sometimes it's a cautious mentality, sometimes a defensive mentality. So I wouldn't use pass into space. So now in this tactic, what I have is actually given them space, right? By going narrow, I could play pass into space. But a lot of it will depend on things like during the match itself, the heat maps. You can see the heat map and the possession. Where's all the whole possession belongs to us. We're controlling the midfield. They're spending most of their time in their own third, right? So you see this is their formation, right? So this is a 4-4-2, right? So they're spending a lot of time in their own half. They are spending some time out on the flanks because we've given them the flanks. You can see this heat map like this. So when they're attacking me, the heat map is like this. Heat map is like this. This is our formation, which looks so strange. This is my asymmetric formation. This is so funny, right? You look at my formation. Right, yeah. This is my wing back. Oh, my wing. Where the hell is my wing back? Even I can't find my wing back. Where's my wing back? Hello? Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, substitutions. The wing back is here. I'm such an idiot. There he is. This is my formation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because of wing back, this is Louis Monti just showed up, so he should be somewhere here. So this is our formation at the moment. There's an extra player that I know. It's probably because we did a substitution. You can't really tell until we have to clock it from before the substitution was made. So I'll show you how that is done, just in case you guys are wondering. Okay, bang. Okay, there we go. This is what our formation looks like in the first half. So 4-2-3-1. So I'm playing a asymmetric system that plays like a 4-2-3-1. Right. So this is how we set up. So there's no looking at this, right? There's not a lot of space. So if I pass into space, there's no space, and I need that team to attack us and give us some space. So the easiest way is when they're playing with wingbacks on attack. It's so obvious. You see those wingbacks bombing up. You see these wingbacks. So right now, if I win the ball, I would love to have pass into space, direct encounter, right? Then I can attack the space and I have players there. Otherwise, I won't use pass into space, because pass into space just gives up the ball. Oh, that was stupid. Football. Oh, we're not playing very well. Having said that, we got our two central midfielders are both in yellow cards. This is not very good news. Ball winning midfielder. Which one is the guy who tackles better? This is 13, and this guy is a youngster. He's at 12. So I'm gonna bring on this player. We are basically using band 8 to get through this match. It's just band 8 already. Nah, I'm not gonna push the anti. Most of my left backs are injured. Good work from Pepe. That's my ball playing defender. Look at where my ball playing defender is. Oh man. What do you think of? Well, because opposition instructions generally, one thing about me and opposition instructions, right? Honestly, I should have done it before the game. The easiest one for me to do is this. I do this all the time. Why? Because I don't want fullbacks to have easy access to crosses. So I normally put pressure on their fullbacks so that they, whenever they come up and they're gonna try, they look for a crossing opportunity. Somebody's, because that's a zonal instruction. Somebody's gonna get on to blocking them. So like here, I should have maybe taken a chance to pass into space, but I'm too chicken shit to do it. I am chicken shit to do it. I want to have a. I don't want to. I'm willing to only take a risk with about 2 or 3 minutes left. I don't lose this game. I don't lose to Napoli. We should have beaten Napoli, but it's early season. I hate to start like losing too many matches in early season. Hit the ball. Big picture is extension. UN strong cities nation and now be restored to lower leagues. Yeah, man. Project Big Picture is just. Project Big Picture is just that at the moment. That's how I feel about Project Big Picture. It's just it's not a plan to. I mean, okay, it's like taking advantage of clubs that have no choice but to accept the 375 million. But it comes with a damn catch, which is a bit unfair. And then they are being told, hey, you know what? You have to be very prudent with your spending. And then you got clubs like Manchester City. There's so much irony, right? You just the irony is just, so wrong. I mean, I'm getting lazy now. Where's my fullback training? I haven't even been concentrating on developing my fullbacks. This season I'm not doing any of that because we're going to finish the challenge right before. I mean, I suspect very soon I'll be starting work already on other parts of this game. Yeah. Will fullback on defense? Oh yeah, Nina answered that question already. He will not form a 3-man backline. You can get him to be in the backline, but he'll be slightly in front. He will not be a third defender. Because you have to remember, if you play an overlap, you play a focus play, any of those instructions that changes mentality down the flanks, his mentality goes out, he's going to push forward. Secondly, if there's space in front, he's going to go in front. He's going to take up that space. So you might get a 3 at some point in the game, but you're not going to get it all the time. I wanted to know if you set up opposition pre-match or you just do it in the game based on how it develops. When it comes to opposition instructions, pre-game. Generally, I like to scout the opposition. So I'll give you an example here, okay? So we go right now, scouting. So we got Borussia Mönchengladbach scouting report. You got wing-back, full-back, 100%. 110,000%. I'm doing OI on this guy. This is a very dangerous flank. But here, full-back, inverted winger, he is also going to end up overlapping. And this is even worse because of the build-up play. This flank is a build-up flank. You got a deep line playmaker, inverted winger. This is a very creative flank, looking to play early crosses into Werner and this guy. And this is going to be a counter-attacking setup. Right? So they will attack my space. So I'm not letting these guys come in and make easy crosses. So for this match, the next match, we are definitely playing with OIs. So that in that particular sense, I'll go into the match with the plan to OI their fullbacks. And probably OI their keeper as well. So I want to try and snuff out as much of their build-up play as possible. So sometimes when I'm not sure, I just do the same thing. I just play exactly the same way. Now, which is I just don't like fullbacks coming up the pitch to cross. If you like me and you hate the fullbacks crossing all the time, yeah, let's do that. Why? Because I hate fullbacks crossing all the time. It's like they got nothing better to do in their life. Come up against me and they want to cross me. When is Sabah going to be fit, man? Full training tomorrow. You know how difficult it is to play without him. Simeone, Maletti, Haaland is back. Okay, Maldini can rest. Okay, Haaland, Silva, Mafe, Luka Paqueta. Luka Paqueta took a bad knock, right? So what I'm gonna do for this match, I'm gonna play Mafe I'm gonna play Maldini out. So Mafe actually plays as a shadow striker this time. Just taking a chance. Should I change anything if I played against a team that's better than me? If I had more possession, more shots on target, and more clear cuts, but still lost? Yeah, more possession, more shots on target, and more clear cuts. I don't know what you mean by more clear cuts, but you still lost 3-0. Then you have to identify why you lost 3-0. Did you lose because you were set pieces? If you have more shots and you have more clear cut chances, then you should have won the game, right? You gotta look at your clear cut chances because sometimes the game registers clear cut chances from set pieces. Right. So maybe you need open play set pieces, and then you gotta look at the strikers. Maybe you need to rotate your team a bit better. Complacency may have set in with your team and they may have not been performing on the day. So these are all reasons because honestly, when you have more possession, and based on what you just said, right? Because I haven't seen your tactic. Based on what you have just said, then I think that you could have made a slight mistake with your tactic. Mafe coming in on the right, no, Maldini, was he left or right? Right as well. Right. This guy is a lefty, right? That's why he's there. Yeah, no. Yeah. That's why I'm playing it like that. Left inside forward comes in, favored foot, opens up the goal scoring angle. Opposition instructions. What are we supposed to do? Forgot to do this. OI this guy, OI this guy, OI this guy. Let's give you some love. Love. Dung 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 dung. Is there a point in putting instructions against wingers as team instructions will cover it too? For wingers, why things like show wrong foot can help, but you got to be careful with wrong foot, right? Sometimes you play with the inverted winger, show wrong foot, show outside foot. They have an instruction here and opposition instructions. Okay, like this guy is supposed to be the inverted winger, right? Okay, so show onto foot. What foot are you going to show him to? He's inverted winger, so he's coming in onto his, you want to show him onto the other foot. So he's left, right. So I'm showing him onto his left foot. I'm pushing him further. I'm hoping this pushes him further away to the flanks. See, our strategy is to allow them to come down and do crosses. Remember that? So, yeah. We are playing away from home. This is a very, very dangerous strategy that I have. So what do? This is damn scary, man. We don't want to do this anymore. It's like we're just inviting them. Look at that, man. What the hell's going on with this match? Okay, come on, boys. Demand more from the boys. So give it straight to the keeper. They finish with 0 clear cards. That's why you have to look at your, like sometimes you see this kind of a game. That's a mistake. That's just a simple bloody mistake. Or this is actually my own screw up. This is my screw up. You know why? Remember what I said earlier about my corners? This is okay, right? But one of my corners, only 2 players were staying back for that corner routine. Only 2 players were staying back. So it opened me up to the counter. You got to identify exactly why you consider the goal. So now I know why I consider the goal. Stupidity. Now, another stupidity. Oh my goodness, Haaland has lost the ball twice and we're getting hammered because of Haaland on the flanks. He's having a bad game. Oh, Haaland's given up the ball twice, man. We did open up that, we did play that stupid strategy just now, right? So, yeah. Ask for it. Man, this better not be the end of our... Yeah, we're still there. Okay, we're still in with a shout. Just made this group a lot harder for ourselves. They lost earlier to us. We have lost 1 game in this group. We drew 1. And this will be our defeat. See? We didn't play well. We did not play well. 2 mistakes from Haaland cost us. And then our set piece routine. Because I have not changed my set pieces. I'm just playing it the same way. Oh, shish kebabs. We're supposed to have a new tactic. Ah. I was supposed to start a new tactic. Damn it, I forgot. Wait, let me see if I can load the game. No, I cannot load the game. I have to accept the defeat. But the rules, I have to use a new tactic every month. Shit. Let me see, okay? Milan Twitch. What date is 30th October? That was a rule. 30th October. Damn it, I've already played the game. I don't know what to do, man. This is a default tactic. Can you achieve a press? No, you can't. You can't achieve. You have to use pressing traps, conjunction of OIs and pressing instructions. Oh man, shish kebabs. That's bad. Okay, we gotta make a new tactic. Man, I can't change. I don't like to save scum. That's if I do that, I'm save scumming already. I am not a safe scammer, so I have to accept the fact that I screwed up. Okay, next tactic. I'm so pissed, right? I like relaxing, we were playing so well, and after that I just took my eye off the ball. Okay. First up, I gotta recognize the fact that I'm running out of defenders. Right, my defenders are all getting injured. I can play him as a defensive. They can play him as a 3rd defender, but then I could play with 3 defenders. Okay, we'll do a Milanese tactic, right? A very Milan tactic. We done this. Very 3-man defense. Okay, we go 3-man defense. Oh no, I wanted to have a 1-man defending tactic. That's what I wanted. Okay. This is a crazy experiment, man. I could just lose the whole damn thing. Okay. Alright. So we want to play with a 1-man defense. 1-man defender. We've got 2 wing backs. No, this is too crazy. This is much more better. This guy will come here. This guy will come here. This guy will coming back as a halfback. Will slip into this area. This guy is gonna come up. So what are we gonna do? Does this work? What am I trying to achieve? I want to have complete control of the half space, right? So this guy will come in here during the build-up phase. This guy's going to come in here during the build-up phase. So what are these two guys doing? Let's not be too ambitious. Okay. All right, let's do something different. Okay, let's do something that let's work our way to completely crazy tactics when we have almost sealed the title. Okay. Have I done this tactic yet? Have I done something like this? Let me check. Okay, I've done this. This is 3-4, right? So this is slightly different. This is wingbacks. They want to have flat orthodox. So, aha! I've not done something like this yet. Okay, so we're going to use a box-to-box support. Okay, what is this? This is, I want to make sure that the tactics are not similar. Okay, this is not wingbacks. Let me check this formation. Yeah, these are white midfielders. 3 and 4 midfielders, right? So, okay, so we're going to have a wingback on attack. Wingback on attack. This is a very attacking tactic. I'm going to have 2 holding players. I'm probably going to go DLP support, DLP defend. Two hold positions. 1 libero. Oh no, this, if I put libero, then these 2 cannot be playmakers. Okay. Then I'll go CM support. Ball winning midfielder on support. Okay. Now the libero is free. Okay, wing back, ball winning midfielder, central midfielder on support. Maybe ball winning midfielder on defense. Okay, done. Alright, here, my favorite role in the whole game, trequartista. Then we have a complete forward. This one can be a pressing forward. On support, this can be a complete forward on attack. Okay. Okay, we done this. We got this guy bombing his way, we got this guy bombing this way, we got this guy holding position, so a lot of his traits are going to be important. We got trequartista will drop here and then go up here, then we got libero here. Are we gonna use the underlaps? Well, in this particular case, the underlap is just affecting the positioning of the mentality and the initial positioning of this guy. To some extent, it's going to encourage the players to pass inside. Fairly narrow is also going to encourage them to pass inside. Okay, counter press. Shame. Counter press is good. Counter is also good. Okay. Prevent shot goalkeeper distribution is not going to work for this tactic. It's just going to ask for trouble. Alright, now the width. Defensive width is not a very good strategy for this tactic. But he keeps ignoring me to show Mafia stats. Make a 2-6-2. You got a song stuck in your head. I love that song. But I can't play on YouTube, right? So I gotta go. Girl. Man, what a song. Okay, we let them run. Let them run a few days. Then, yeah, you should be able to run all the way, and then we'll find out how badly we're affected by injuries. The skin I'm using is the dark skin, is the default dark skin from SI. So if you go to the forums, you'll be able to find the skin there. There we go. Oh, where's my... I think it's here, right? There we go. Football Manager now. There is a default skin. Nothing different. It's just a default skin. Yeah. I've got nothing against the default skins. I like using them. What's a good tactic in your opinion? The one that fits your team the best. Honestly, that'll be the best tactic. You can play with any number of tactics in the game. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this tactical challenge. So many tactics work. I mean, even some... I've seen, like, somebody created this tactic, right, on our channel. He made a circle. A tactic that was a circle. When I first saw it, I said, this is not going to work. And then we did a World Cup challenge, right? Guess where his tactic ended up? In the bloody semi-finals. So his tactic for every other, like, logically created tactic didn't make it, except for his tactic and another 2 guys' tactics, right? They made it all the way. So when you look at tactics, right, it's, you know, you look at your team that because I gave everybody the save beforehand, so they could analyze their team, so they could come up with a tactic, and he came up with a tactic. There was a circle. The first time I saw the tactic, I was going like, hell, man, there's nobody in the middle. They said, don't worry, just try it. Just try it. You just watch my thing. So I went like, okay. So you look at me, right? Here I am writing guides for you guys. And you guys have got the imagination to come up with some really, really good tactics that are so out there. Yeah, I thought I was out there with 5 strikers. Somebody comes in with a circle as a tactic. Oh man, you almost got me going, right? So I was thinking what to do before FM21 challenge. So I was thinking maybe I should do tactics here, which are shapes. We'll do a triangle, then we'll do a pyramid, then we do a reverse pyramid, and then we do a circle. Well, a rectangle is a bit hard because of the bloody goalkeeper. So I was like thinking, rectangle could be possible. 1, 2, 3, we ignore the goalkeeper, right? But we still have one extra man, don't know where to put him. How do you improve crossing? I have fullbacks with good tackling, but none of them can cross the ball well. That training, there's specific training programs that will improve their crossing. The fullbacks have their own training program, right? If you go to training schedules calendar, wait, like 1 minute. There we go. Crossing. Attacking overlap gives them crossing training. So put your fullbacks on that training. Make sure that it's a defend one, like your and then make sure that your fullbacks are in the defend unit as well. Oh yeah, that's another thing. How to get rid of complacency? You talk to the players. Rotation as well. So sometimes players are. This guy is actually a very good player. I can't say he hasn't been playing well because he actually has not been playing at all. So that would be lying to him. Okay. I don't like where this is going. Exactly. I was gonna. If you want to just, I mean, this is our final season with AC Milan anyway, so we can say whatever you want to say to the players. The only thing is good. What it's going to do is it's going to set our. It's my wife. That was my wife. Yeah, oh man, she came in and she did this, like, guess what, I'm leaving, honey. Wave at me, and I'm like, oh no. I think she just brought my my football jerseys. Dung, dung, dung. I got my Sweden jersey. I think so. She has my Sweden jersey. She sent me an image earlier. I can't wait to open it. Yeah, here she is. Jersey is a kid-sized jersey? Really? Oh, good. The boys can use it then. Apparently, the jerseys are kid-sized jerseys. So my boys are going to have a chance to wear those jerseys. That's fine. My boys will be running around with Swedish jerseys. That's it. It's okay. Daddy made a mistake with the order. The game always punishes me for forgetting. I swear to God, it always punishes me. Because I'm so relaxed about playing the game, right? Because I don't like to take the game. I'm not like that hardcore about it anymore. I just want to have fun, right? But we're doing this tactical challenge. So far, we haven't been doing so badly, right? I mean, we screwed up over here. But that was one. That's one screw up. Considering the fact that we change tactics every single month. This is crazy, man. Okay, we got CM ball winning midfielder is going to drop here. Libero is going to push forward. Wingback. 2 ball playing defenders. No. Put ball playing defender on stopper. You want stopper. In this kind of setup, you want stopper. Not attack. I'll probably go support. Okay. You got wingback bombing forward. You got CM on support. This is fine. Okay. Play our defense. We'll pull these two closer. That's fine. Higher tempo, counter press. Distribute to all of them. Okay. High defensive line. This is a problem. Right, if I do a standalone engagement, these guys are going to be very deep when they commit. Okay, so we're going to do slightly higher and hope that what I'm going to also do now. You supply close armor on these guys, so they do the crossing initially. So I want them to do the closing now. Two, I want them to create all kinds of havoc when they cross the ball, because these are the ones that are crossing the ball most often. So I want them to always swing the ball either side. Okay, now we have to worry about the front row. This guy's got closed down. Now what I want from this player is, I can leave him like that. I don't need to stay wider. But I want this guy to roam. Okay. This guy is done. Okay. Let's go for it, man. When in doubt, don't run at defense. Low crosses for a start. Underlap, we can start with that. Okay. Shouldn't affect us so badly. Just load and lose. Nah, I don't want to load and lose, man. No way. How do you emulate the Atletico? Play a 4-4-2. It's the Manchester United 1999 4-4-2 tactics. Essentially the same thing. Yeah. Because Diego Simeone was inspired by Sir Alex Ferguson. The tactic, right? So it was almost inspired by him. Yeah. He didn't know how. What did I read? Mage, I'm sorry, man. Oh, Mafe stats. You want to see Mafe stats? Okay. I'm so sorry, man. Here we go. Mafe stats. Stats, not attributes. Okay, look at his stats. This is my Nicolo Mafe this season. Not so phenomenal because, as you remember, he was absolutely prolific when we were playing our tactic, the dark side system. We were playing the 4-1-4-1. He was absolutely prolific. He was just tearing teams aside. This season, we've been, messing about with our tactics, so his stats have taken a hit. So he did. We have been grooming him, right, for this season. But he scored like this. He was always playing like 45 minutes, 45. Now he's at his peak, so we should be playing him every single game in a tactic designed for him. But no, some genius called Daljit decided he wanted to change the tactics every single month. So Nicolo Mafe is very confused at this point in time. Rick Fee Daniel, how are you, man? Ba-dum-dum-dum, you'll play a new tactic soon. Yes. I'm in a good mood. Wife just came home and she said my jerseys I ordered are for children. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm in trouble. Okay, got Piccione or Guede, passing vision decisions. Oh, no. That won't work. Passing vision decisions does not dive into tackles. Piccione, passing vision. I know I train you guys to do this. Oh, you sweet thing, Piccione. Look at him, man. He goes in there. Libero, what's the problem, boss? I've got the attributes for it. Now only the manager can screw things up. The manager can screw things up now. I'm the only one that can screw shit up. What about a legendary? Oh, the 4-3-1-2. Yeah. I'm saving for the obvious 4-3-1-2 tactics for later, right? Hopefully I'm still not fired by then, because we've fallen off quite, we've kind of really fallen off the chase. We are supposed to be playing only, ideally, I wanted to see how far I can go with a tactical challenge where I change tactics every single month, right? Is it possible for me to do well? But I cannot play the same formation. I cannot repeat the formation ever again after that. So if I play a formation like this, that's it. All other formations in this genre are gone. And this is the top it off, right? I cannot change the formation once I've started. So I cannot go in a game and go, oh no, I don't think it's working. I'm going to change to a 3. Maybe I'm going to change to a 3-man midfield, 3 flat. Oh, can't. You stuck, boy. That's one of the reasons why I decided, maybe I don't want to go with a 1 defender formation too early. Me B, how are you, man? Blue Pie, saw that. How are you? Haven't seen you for a long time. Hope you're well. Hope you are well. Once again, guys, I'm working on the book for FM21. You have to be a bit patient this year because of COVID, because of all the the drama. The game isn't out yet, so I don't like to I want to make sure that the facts are all accurately portrayed in the book as well, like the roles and the duties, the combinations as well this season. Oh, ding 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 ding. Fabio has got his 10th goal this season. Dung 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 dung. Fabio is away, man. They make a mistake, he's there to pounce. He's like, give me the ball, quick! I want to score goals, man. Mafe is like, I want to score. I used to be the legend in the club. Fabio Silva was the forgotten player at one point. And I'll say, if we couldn't get him to score a goal to save his life. Because he loves being a complete forward. He loves the roam. He doesn't want any responsibility in life. He don't make him a pressing forward, he just hates it. It's like, dude, give me a bit of freedom here. Oh, this cough is getting bad. Makcik keropok kakak. Makcik keropok akak. Makcik keropok kakak. You make keropok, is it? Here, much. Seriously, that name is so cool, right? Because my mother-in-law is making keropok right now. So I just wanted to know if you are into keropok. But my mother-in-law is like nuts about keropok, man. I mean, she's like literally, she's cutting some. What are keropok? Keropok are like this. How do I explain this, right? They take the essence of. I'm going to show you a picture of what keropok is. I don't know how to explain it. I got to show you guys the picture. Okay, keropok. Okay, keropok. Okay, images. Let's see there. Okay, basically this is keropok, right? These are made from actual fish. They can be made from fish. They can be made from prawns. It's a thing in Asia, right? So this is from prawns, right? So you have a dip. So here's a dip. So I had to stop this. I had to share this story with you guys. Okay, my mother-in-law is amazing at doing this. She makes these chip crackers, you can call them crackers, right? So fish crackers, right? She makes these fish crackers made from she just does it herself. She creates all this, 100% fish, 100% natural ingredients, and she's got a queue of people just asking her for it. Like, when are you gonna make yours? So, and she's cutting like literally, she took my entire. We have 2 fridges in my house, right? She took both the fridges. I just left it there because I used to have wines inside one of these chillers. So I used to put a lot of wines, but since I've stopped drinking so much, so that fridge is basically doing bugger all. My wife had these plans on starting a florist thing, so that didn't pan out. So we have a fridge extra. So her fish all come to my house. So it's like literally pounds and pounds and pounds on pounds of fish has rolled up like this, and she's already prepared it, and she's done it, she's heated it, and she makes this, and man, she makes the best damn keropok I've ever tasted in my entire life. These fish crackers, holy cow! My sons are addicted to it. Back to this game. I can't help myself. I just have to talk about it because I saw your name, Makcik keropok. So I have to ask you a question. But next time I order like that, I'll be kicking the wall until the house. Oh, you load him? Oh, man. Amidovic, I'm fine. How are you? Hope you're well. I'm bothering everybody with the song that's not in people's heads. Because this is YouTube, right? We can't play that music, right? But I've been humming the tune ever since we started. So annoying. Because I know how annoying it is when you have a song in your head and you spend the whole damn day. What the hell is that song? Because I'm that kind of a guy. Hi, Torres. Okay, that's it. You saw that, right? Because we're making it too easy for these players, right? So now what we're going to do is every one of these guys is going to be shown. This guy is going to be shown to his weaker foot. This guy is going to be shown to his weaker foot. And we're going to make sure these guys never cross the ball. Okay? As long as we are okay, we got 5 at the back, we should be fine, right? And this is possession-centric anyway, so... You've got look inside, look inside, look inside, look inside, look, pass it back inside. Ah, thank you very much. That's why we're underlapping us. Don't be so confused. Very good, very good. Go. Passing inside again. My God. This is what underlapping does. So you get these passes inside as well. Keropok Kakak is a brand that I love when I'm young, about 20 to 30 years ago. That's what I thought. Keropok Kakak. Okay. That's what I thought. I saw the handle. Makcik Keropok Kakak. But ever since I married my wife, that's one of the best things about. I didn't even know her mother-in-law makes this hand-done keropok. Oh my God! I went to the house one day and the mother came out. Oh, would you? It's keropok. She took out the keropok. Let me try. I sat down there. Just kept eating and eating and eating the keropok, the fish crackers. My goodness! And my sons, they love it when she starts making them. They want to stay at our place, like the grandma's place, because the grandma is making all this stuff in the house. So they absolutely want to stay at their grandma's place. So I encourage this. At least they get a chance to spend time with their grandma. Really important for me. You have keropok in the Netherlands. It's like chips and so good, right? Oh my goodness, keropok is damn nice, man. Especially you get. But the thing is, it's a bit oily, right? So it's not. I don't know. Some people might like it with beer, right? I've drunk it with beer as well. But it's a bit difficult to do it with beer, but you can, I guess, to some extent. Yeah. But it's a nice, it's lovely. That must be my wife teasing me about me screwing. Yeah, I knew it. Told you right, my wife. Can I let the cats out later? They're making a lot of noise again. And I'm the minder of her pets. Well, I better not say too much. She's in the house right now. Yes, I'll let better send that man. Yeah, I'll let the boys up. Ding 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 ding. Yes, I will let your boys out. She's got 4 boys. 2 are humans and 2 are cats. Do you know that there is no way on God's green earth, right? You can get into a relationship with her, and if you make her choose between the cats and her, you're terminated. There's no way on earth you could have a relationship. I think she had one of her ex. She had an ex once. Man, he made her choose. Man, that was the fastest decision he's ever had to get from her. Man. She was like, okay, that's a door. You never mess with a person and their pets. How stupid can you be when you make that kind of a decision? I mean, I think she just broke out with him because of shit, just because of stupidity. And that's like Cassie with a yellow card and Tonali with a yellow card. Again, we gotta make a change, right? So we got no choice. Jimenez comes on, and we're gonna give a run for these 2 youngsters. This is actually the pairing for the future. But it's a low value pairing because both of them don't have very good tackling. It's like 13 and 14. I've always been very hesitant about using them, especially in a 2-man midfield. If I concede a goal, it's definitely because I switched out my top class pairing of Tonali and Cassie for these 2 youngsters. And right now we're not doing much good. So I'm just gonna leave it to overlap because they got a DM as well. Playing against a DM-based system, you're gonna underlap, doesn't always work. You're much better off just overlapping. Overlapping is going to improve your initial position, but it's going to also help to stretch the team out a bit more. Oh, I just don't want to concede a goal, man. I think the differences between setting a fullback with a wingback role and a proper wingback. Really, I don't really understand the question. Wait, setting a fullback with a wingback role. So basically, you're talking about giving the wingback a more aggressive instructions. Well, for one thing, the wingback There are hidden things inside the game, right? Things that you don't see. Creative freedom, you don't see that. Mentality, you don't see that, right? Now, when you do play fullback on attack duty, his initial positioning might be equal to wingback on support. However, it's not going to be the same as a wingback because like creative freedom is different for a wingback. Furthermore, wingbacks they tend to be a bit more aggressive, right? In the transitions, they might bolt off a bit earlier. Yeah. So and then furthermore, you got to look at traits as well. So when in doubt and you don't want something too aggressive because you're worried about that flank, right? Especially if he's a wingback and he's got like maybe 12 for acceleration, sometimes you might be worried, will he get back in time? Does he have poor work rate? You're not sure. Then play fullback. If you think that the player is, or better still, you see the player, his bravery is low, his tackling is not so fantastic, you think to yourself, why would you want him to play? Why would you want him to be a fullback in the first place, right? You might as well play him as a wingback. Then let him go forth, and then you worry about how you're going to defend it with maybe a defensive midfielder, right? Or a player that can come in and hold that fort. Hey, we beat Mila with our new tactic. Ding, 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 ding. Dun, dun, dun. What do we call it? This is what was it? A 5-2-1-2? 1-2 November. Okay, now this is the 5-2-1-2 November. Okay, so this underlap overlap is going to have to be situational. This is fine. This is low risk, shorter tempo. Counter press, might as well. Why? Because if I'm attacking teams, I might as well try and win the ball back once I lose it, right? Because regroup is just sending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boys back in a hurry, which doesn't make any sense. So this is much better. I could do this instead. Because I could. Nah, I'll just leave it on counter. Play a bit of rock and roll. But see how we perform in this game. Serie A stats. Possession-wise, 54%. Lazio never saw the ball. Teams. Let's look at no, I want to see possession. Heat map. Okay. Basically, this is our setup, right? That 5 here. You can see our 3 at the back. Our 5 forming a kind of a 3-4. We're not looking at the look at the starting 11, right? So this is what our tactic looks like. Controlling this area with our wingbacks. Our wingbacks controlling the flank, and then it's not that bad. We didn't spend a lot of time defending. This is the reason why our heat map looks like this. If I look at the action zones, see? Yep, we didn't spend a lot of time in our own third. Maybe 8% of the time. 7% of the time they were attacking us, but as a ratio of the whole game, that's nothing. Yes, okay. I played Lokomotiv Moscow next. Oh, Kropot Leko. Yeah, I mean, I love Terengganu. Terengganu is one of my favorite states in the whole of Malaysia. Because of the islands, my goodness, the water is so blue. You put your feet there, I'm a hairy guy, right? So when I go to Terengganu, when I get into the waters, you guys used to dive. Like, I mean, I'm a hardcore diver, right? I used to go cave diving. I used to go. I've dived in South Africa. I've dived with sharks. I've dived in the Great Barrier Reef. I've dived in Bali. There was a time in my life I was like a diving like holiday tourist. I traveled the whole world just to dive. So one of the places that is very close to my heart is Terengganu, because Terengganu is the place I learned how to dive. Like, I learned to love the sea, because back then I was 21 years old. So I went there with my friends and their family. They brought me along, and they took me snorkeling. It's the first time I experienced the ocean in all its serenity, and it was in Terengganu. So it's one of my favorite memories of my entire life is Terengganu. Miss it. You got Pulau Perhentian. You got all these beautiful islands right over there. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's like you step into the water, the fish are nibbling the hair on your legs. One of the most beautiful places, one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to. Can you make the Zerbis 4-2-3-1 with Sassuolo? Well, probably won't be that difficult, but I have to spend quite a bit of time looking at the tactics. If people can work with me and just share with me what the images look like, and even on stream, share with me, we can deconstruct it, and then you see what are the potentials. Sava is at 77%. You see what has happened? Because he's the only viable wingback we have, right? They gone and said, can you use him, please? Because Thierry Correra, Kanan, I have to loan. I'm such a genius. I went and loaned him out. I don't have any other wingback. Monte Cristo you play. Then we got Piccione. Oh, this is going to be fun. Jimenez, you're playing. Oh, no. I didn't mean to... No, don't get confused. The goalkeeper is... You're not playing the goalkeeper's position. You're playing in this position. So for now, this is what my lineup looks like. Hopefully, they don't get injured before the big game. Where are you from? I'm from Singapore, Frosty Power. I live, born, bred, and manufactured in Singapore. Singapore is a small little dot in the in Southeast Asia. We're so small, when you spin the globe, you probably wouldn't even notice. Like, what the hell? People. Last time I remember used to meet up with friends in the US, and I tell them, that was like 10 years ago. I'm from Singapore. Yeah, with this little spit of red dot just below this thing called Malaysia. They used to go, oh, you're from China. I'm like, oh, dude, seriously? Yeah, but now at least, yeah, because of what is it, Crazy Rich Asians, people think all Singaporeans are rich, when in reality we're not. If half part of the show was actually filmed in Malaysia, so I'm like, no, that house doesn't belong here. It's actually a Malaysian house. It's like across the border, and that house doesn't even exist. It's like, it's like, yeah. But the drink, we have a bloody martini, I think, cocktail in Singapore that's what, $15,000 or $20,000. Yeah, even Singaporeans don't go there. Yeah, we attract all the... Singapore is a changed country. So now I got married, married a Malaysian, so I live in Sarawak right now with my wife. COVID, I haven't been able to go back to Singapore, so literally home is now Sarawak until we get a new normal. When I can travel again. I miss my mom. I haven't seen my mom in ages. Yeah, so do my best to cheer myself up. Yeah, I haven't seen my mom in like, youngest, man. I don't think I'll be seeing my mom until 2021, August. So I'm hoping, that's why we Zoom with my mom, we WhatsApp with my mom, FaceTime with my mom, and then she gets to spend time with the grandchildren at least. Yeah. So that's the closest we get to spending time with her. Trying to create a 4-1-3-2 with a pretty weak side. How would you set it? I was thinking a halfback in DM. Okay. Why halfback? Okay, if you play with a halfback, your two fullbacks are going to bomb up the pitch. That's one thing you're going to notice. Right? You play halfback, they're going to bomb up. So you're going to have a very aggressive tactic. Right? Now, without looking at a tactic, right, I'll tell you something about a 4-1-3-2. When you make a 4-1-3-2, it's about the counter attack. It's about drawing teams in. It's about hitting them very hard. So they're naturally going to come down your flanks anyway, because that's where the space is, right? So you don't have to play narrow. When you play narrow, you're not committing your fullbacks when they need to be committed. I mean, on the pitch. Okay, so what you want to be doing is you want to definitely play with a normal defensive. And the other thing, the other mistake people make with the 4-1-3-2 is they think that the wingback should be on support. No, commit your wingbacks to the attack straight away. This is where the halfback is a liability, right? Okay, so if you commit your wingbacks to the attack, then your halfback, you got to be thinking about how your halfback is going to be playing, right? Okay. So your halfback might go all over the place. So there are two ways to approach this. One, you can use a halfback, but then what you do is you make sure that your two roles flanking the halfback, right, the two CM roles, are not too aggressive. 4-1-3-2, these two are not aggressive roles. Which is one of the reasons why sometimes I go with CMS, right? That can be a safe role. Carrello tends to stay wide. We don't want any role that stays wide. You don't want any role that stays wide. You just want to create enough of a problem in the center of the park so that teams, you shore things up. Now, this is one of the reasons why I actually like the triple playmaker combination for a 4-1-3-2. This might sound strange to people. Now, there are only two roles in the game. There's only one role in the game. The entire game, there's only one role that has a whole position locked into it on a support duty. It's the DLP on support. Now, the DLP on support has a whole position that is hard-coded. So what this means is that he does not really venture forth very far unless he is unless he's got to get further forward at any of those traits that, influence him. So now, when you look at it this way, you got triple playmaker combination. You got DLP, and the one in the middle is an attacking playmaker. So now you've got your three players that can help you keep the ball. You're a halfback, you got a flank. So what happens is when the ball gets to them, they keep it amongst themselves. They pass it to each other, like something like this. Ball playing defender, libero, they pass the ball, they work the ball up, and then you're looking at those kind of players to bring the ball forward. Then, by the time they bring the ball forward, your wingbacks are ready to launch up. So this tactic, actually, if I wanted to make it more interesting, I would have gone wingback, playmaker in the middle, right? And kept it like this, so that my playmakers are the ones that are tick-tocking the whole system. So we are just letting my wingbacks go forth and attack. Now you got your wingbacks bombing down the flanks. Okay. The second part of the equation is now you've got your wingbacks bombing up the flanks, right? So they're going to attack all the way. The question is, how do you defend then? Right? You remember your whole position on DLPs, the two whole positions, they're going to defend for you. There's no issue about it. Add close down more to the two DLPs. Now they've taken care of the flanks. Now, wherever you end up in a situation where, shit hits the fan and you are like, oh my God, now I need to defend. I've taken this one goal lead. What am I going to do? Halfback change to DLP, halfback change to Regista. Become even more aggressive. Through the center, Regista attacking playmaker, DLP on defend, let the wingbacks go on attack. What you have now is two DLPs on defend protecting your flank. You get basically a square defense, right? So you got DLP, defender, wingbacks position high up. You got a square block. Very hard to break this down. And then through the middle, you got these attacks going on. So while you open up space through the down the flanks, they're trying to attack you. You also have a very easy way to attack teams down the throat, right? So where they usually have only two players, you're actually going there with an extra man all the time. Register bringing the ball forward, attacking playmaker, and then your two strikers. 4-1-3-2. Haven't done a 4-1-3-2 yet, but it's fun. It can be very, very fun. And then when you want to lock things down, DLP on defend, right? And then it's so nice to lock it down because it's so impossible to break it down. But then your wingback's always bombing down the flanks. It's just one other way. Hey, Tim, how are you, man? You can't fly to Singapore, so you'll be able to. I can fly to Singapore, but then I get into this problem in Singapore right after that. 21-day confinement, quarantine in Singapore. I'll be quarantined for 21 days and I won't be quarantined. I probably, can stay at home, right? Go to my mom's place. But then I won't be streaming for 21 days as well. Right, so therein lies the thing. So, I have to decide. I might want to tell everybody, hey, and I don't even know what the situation is when I come back here. I may not be allowed back into this country. So you see, that's the other problem. Because I'm not a resident of this country, right? So I get a short stay pass. So if I fly to Singapore, I might be able to go home. But I won't be able to come back here. It's a catch there. So if my family does, my wife and my kids do the same thing, they go there, they might not be allowed in. Right? They might not be allowed in. They'll be allowed out of Malaysia, but they won't be allowed into Singapore. So it's a tough situation to be in. This COVID has really screwed us up. Everybody up. I shouldn't be complaining. Right? Everybody's having the same shit. But c'est la vie, such is life. But the good thing about this is, had it not been for COVID, my mother wouldn't have honey. My mom wouldn't be on WhatsApp and Zoom and FaceTime and sending me videos on the phone. She learned all this while this COVID thing was happening. So yeah, hallelujah. That's a good thing about COVID. Am I trying to emulate Atalanta? Done already. We have already emulated Atalanta's tactic. This is not Atalanta's system. This is a different tactic altogether. I have an Atalanta system as well. But this is like 3-4-1-2. Yeah, you'll be close. Yeah, but not trying to emulate Atalanta in any way. Atalanta's attack is very different. They've got a very mobile trio up front, right? They've got like, sometimes they play as a 2-1, sometimes they play as a 1-2. The striker, the three boys in front. So I would play Trequartista. I think I did Trequartista, complete forward, and Trequartista. Something, I can't remember what my combination was. Yeah. No, Shadow Striker, Trequartista, complete forward. That was my combination. I had a Shadow Striker, Trequartista, and complete forward. So I can get that. Oh, sometimes I get a 2, sometimes I get a 3-4-2-1, and sometimes I get a 3-4-1-2. Yeah. So essentially the same, almost the same tactic, but it almost looks like this. Except I didn't use a libero. So this one has got libero. See, Tim, when are we playing Baldur's Gate? When are we playing Baldur's Gate, man, Tim? I've been waiting for you. We're talking about it so much. You know, once FM21 hits, right, that's it for my Baldur's Gate. I'll have to wait until FM21 has settled, then I can return to Baldur's Gate. I'm waiting for you to come up with your... What are you going to be playing? A ranger? A ranger will be good. You be a ranger, I'll be a warrior. Draw warrior. Together we shall conquer the world. And we don't need any other companions for that. So you be a ranger, I'll be my draw. But draw warriors cannot dual wield. That's the problem in the game. I'm a bit disappointed. Right? Because the only class that can dual wield, if I'm not mistaken, is the Githyanki. Right? So I was like a bit like... Because I'm trying to do the whole Drizzard Odin kind of thing, right? The role play Drizzard Odin. Even the hair, the eyes are the same. Even the chick, I made her to be like, Katie Bry. I did all that, man. I did all that. So, looking damn weird. Golden Zone 14. I'm using 3-4-3 wingback DLP, roaming playmaker, 2 pressing 4 plus 1 poacher. Became most low possession team, but most goal. Of course! That's the way to play. Who gives a shit? Don't care about possession, man. All the people that... You should be obsessed with quality chances. That's what you should be obsessed with. You shouldn't be obsessed with possession. You should be obsessed with shots on target inside the box from open play. That is what you should be obsessed about. I'm so obsessed by it. I even contacted SI to request. Like I requested for a feature, and I wrote a nice long piece about why I want this feature in the game, so that I don't have to scroll through like all the matches just to find my shots. Because if they can give us the information, man, for you guys, making tactics is gonna be so easy. It's gonna be so easy. You will know straight away if your tactic is good or bad. Yeah, you just have to look and see, okay, is my tactic creating open play shots on target? It's not. It's only set pieces. Then why bother? Right? See? It's that simple. So we got Erling Haaland. Okay. So he hasn't scored a goal. Andre Pinamonte hasn't scored. The two strikers haven't scored a goal. Cassie, Paqueta. Okay, I keep Fabio Silva. We've got to bring Maldini on for Haaland. Haaland is going through one of his patches, I guess. Do you think that libero support doesn't go forward even trades? Yeah, he will go forward. Not as far as a libero attack, but he will go forward if there's no playmakers, right? So you don't have to, you don't want, okay, so like this, right? Okay, I want my libero to move forward. Okay, what do I do? Okay, first I tell him to be a libero on attack. Second thing I do is I make sure I have a positive mentality, play out the defense. Finally, he has to have the trait, brings the ball out of defense, stays back all times. He won't do it, right? So I've got to put somebody else there. Jimenez, can he do it? Tries to play out the Alex. Okay, you can. Off the ball. 12. Okay, good. But you don't have brings the ball out of defense. Shit. 9. This guy? No, he can't. He can't do it. He will never do it. I need this guy to come on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this guy can. Okay. Stay back. Defense. Damn it. Undo. We won't do it. Okay, so we got 2 stay back at defense. I know what to do. Jimenez. Cassie. Boom. Boom. Dan, dan, dan. That's the ball offered. Okay, Cassie, guess what? You're going to be a libero. What? Yeah, son, you're going to be a libero. Enjoy yourself. You got to play the role, but ideally you want a player that brings the ball out defense. So he has to have the trait. Secondly, he has to be a ball-playing defender. He has to have dribbling. He has to have first touch. And he will bring the ball out of defense. In fact, you can, in this tactic, right, because I have 2 ball-playing defenders that actually stay back all the time. So I don't have the 2 ball-playing defenders overlapping as well. Otherwise, if you have you play the if you play with without the underlap or the overlap, right? You play attacking tactic, it brings the ball out of defense. The ball-playing defenders will go down the flanks. They'll end up in these positions. I have one video where my ball-playing defender ended up inside the box, right? And he actually created an assist. But they are not something that is going to happen all the time. That's the problem. You need the roles in front of them not to include playmakers. You need to be playing on a high mentality, like minimum positive. You need to have the boys have to bring the ball out of defense, and you have to play out of defense as an instruction. Yeah. The libero is one of the best roles in the whole game, man. It's brilliant. It's like a lot. Ignore people who say, I mean, I just play the game, right? Have fun, right? Or find somebody who's having fun with all the different roles and ask him why is he having so much fun. That's the best. That's the best way of looking at it. What do you think? What do you think about Dutch coaches? I've always thought Dutch coaches are brilliant. The Dutch have a very solid training program at home. I mean, you should read their books, right, on how they develop Dutch players, the whole academy, their whole training programs in Holland, how they, it's a whole thing, right? I'm very impressed with the Dutch system. Yeah. They've got a lot of books written on it. I think Rene Millenstein wrote a book as well. But there's a lot of good books on Dutch football. Singapore is very expensive. Please tell me about it, man. It's so expensive. A car in Singapore is probably a small little car, 1.6 liter car. If you buy a car in Singapore, you could probably buy 2 apartments in another country. In some countries, the watches are more, I mean, a reasonable, like, IWC watch, right? Okay. An IWC watch can buy a car, right? So you like, there are 1 or 2 IW watches, like, they're only about, 10,000 US, right? So you can buy a car with that. But in Singapore, if you can buy a car in Singapore, you can probably buy like 20 IWC watches for yourself. Oh my god! Even that is not enough. A car in Singapore is like something like, oh my god. I mean, we're not talking about like second-hand cars. We're talking about brand new, right? Shit, man, it's expensive. I love this. The wing back. There's not much time. Okay, that's a comfortable win for us over Lokomotiv Moscow. We got throwing the. This is what you do to reduce complacency. You want 4-0, like dominant win, right? Okay. This is another way to handle complacency. Instead of telling your team what they're expecting to hear, you throw the boot at them. Because you don't always want to be predictable with your team talks as well. So sometimes your team talks can be predictable. You keep saying the same old. It's like, how would you feel if if the same guy keeps coming to your room and keeps saying the same thing over and over again? Right? It doesn't really work. Haaland is brilliant this season. Yeah, he's been brilliant. You're playing Singapore League on FM 21, FM 2020. You should. But I can't. I tried playing the Singapore League, right? Every time I play the Singapore League, I get very angry with the Singapore FAS. I can't help myself. I just lose it. I'm like, bloody hell. Man, by now we should have. Remember the Singapore goal, what is it? Goal 2010 project we had, right? Was it 2020 project? Was Singapore had this project a long time ago? They don't mention it anymore. I think it's very embarrassing for Singapore government to mention it because apparently they've got all this, they've done a fantastic job with table tennis. But when it comes to the Singapore team, forget it, man. Football. Yeah. Can you make a playthrough for Selangor and Malaysia Football League? Okay, Khairul, Aizat, of course. Selangor. My good. I want to do Sarawak. I might do Sarawak, no? Because I went to, I live in, I might be going to a town in Bau, right? In Sarawak. So I call these guys out. I say, hey, I want to do a YouTube show on your small little football team. So this bunch of kids playing. I say, no, I just want to show you guys play football. So I'm telling you that. Yeah, Selangor, definitely. Selangor is one of the fallen giant. I won't say a fallen giant, forgotten giant. Right? Everybody is forgotten. Ever since Johor, JDT, right? Thank you, Mr. Johor. You give all the money to the club, but yeah, another. I don't know. They are affiliated to Man City, right? Because Man City has gone around the world turning franchises around. So, was it Barcelona? One of the two. I can't really remember. But Selangor definitely one of the great Malaysian clubs. Are certain luxury things also cheaper than outside Singapore? What? Yeah. No smart Singaporean buys Prada in Singapore. You'd be stupid to buy Prada in Singapore. If you're a Singaporean, you don't shop in Singapore. You shop in KL. The only time you shop in Singapore is when the great sale is on, right? And even then, the smart Singaporean will tell you, hey, I'm not shopping in Singapore unless you show everybody you got a lot of money, Then what you do is you end up, it's cheaper to fly to the US for the summer, the summer sales, right? Because you paid for your airfare ticket. You got to the US, you land there, they give you the discounts to the land because they've got the discount outlet stores, they've got the You go to the discount outlet, you show them your passport, they give you another discount. Then you show them, my goodness, by the time you're done with all the discounts, you're probably getting your stuff on 75% off, right? So the smart most of the Singaporeans don't shop in Singapore. Their Pradas and their whatever, the Gucci's and their expensive stuff, no, we don't. Singaporeans buy Omegas in Europe, all their watches in Europe. No Singaporean will ever buy a watch, expensive things in Singapore. It's just too expensive. Only Singaporeans who don't travel are forced to. Yeah. And the tourists who come there and suddenly go, oh my God, I'm in Singapore. We absolutely need to buy this to remind ourselves of our trip to Singapore. Electronics though, of course, that one goes without saying. Singapore is the place where you assemble your computer. If you want to buy your computer, your 3080 RTX video card, you go to Singapore. Because there is all your computer parts. Because the literally it's like a trading floor in Singapore. Right? You go to Sim Lim Square. They literally are trading the price of chips shop to shop. Right, so it's literally competitive, very competitive. So much so that the margins are razor thin because they literally they order in bulk, so they get so much more cheaper product. It's so much more cheaper. So if you want to assemble a PC, 100% do it in Singapore. That's the best place to do it. You buy all the parts from there. You fly to Singapore. I'm talking about this is the best place on the planet to assemble a PC. Buy all the parts, and you can get it. You can even order well in advance. Right, and contact the shops. You can go to a forum called hardwarezone.com, right? They represent all the shops in Sim Lim Square. And you can do a search and they'll tell you which shop has what and they can tell you the prices. I think you can even order from Singapore to some extent, they'll ship it to you and still be cheaper than ordering it from Amazon or eBay. Let's do the next hot potato. Which we should, oh my goodness, you want to start there? Malaysia Super League, that's a good league to start. You've been a manager for FM for years. Have you ever think of being a coach in real life? Well, I was very fascinated when I was with Geylang, right? My friends that I had many years ago, right? Many years ago. I used to go down to Geylang for their training sessions, right? I wanted to, but I had a different passion back then. And yeah, I guess back in those days, yeah, I had a different passion. I didn't see it through because I fell in love. You see, some people when they fall in love, they still have the passion, right? They want to write a book, they still write a book. You know, I want to be a chef. So you fall in love, screw love, man. I'm going to the US to open my restaurant. I worked out, I changkol, I'd be a waiter all my life. I clean the road. But one day I open my restaurant. See, I'm not that kind of person because I fell in love. So when I fell in love, yeah, things were different back then. Yeah. When in Singapore, yeah, could have been, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I've always been in love with football ever since I was 16, 17 years old. Yeah, I love the game of football. My favorite sport in the whole world. We used to be called King of Malaya. No, man, you were not King of Malaya, Khairul. You were King of Asia at one point. You see, if you look at the history of Selangor, right, at one point, Selangor had the most number of dams. You were in the Guinness Book of World Records at one point of Selangor. Selangor, for one short moment in history, were in the record books because they were the most. Because I did a Selangor feature for when I was okay. I went from ESPN Sportsstars to the International Sports Group, right? So when I was there, I did a feature story on Selangor. So I actually flew to Selangor, and I went to the academy and I met up with the coaches and all the staff, and I did a story on them. They seriously, that club has got history. It goes back. I mean, yeah, Selangor is one of the Red Giants, right? Oh, they were phenomenal. Some great food there, though. And a beautiful looking city with the trees and all. Love my 2 visits there. Yes, they're so nice. HKSU, for patrons, man. HKSU, it's all patrons. But the patrons get automatically invited to the challenge. The reason is because our Discord channel, right, been building it since 2016. Right, so it's now a forum where it's very closed, it's very private because we have this. We want to protect the community, in a sense. So we got a lot of quality discussions. We're always replicating tactics inside there. Somebody starts one little project and then it follows up, and then we have our own crazy things. Like right now, we're doing something called the Hot Potato Challenge. Basically, as a manager, what we do is we throw the save to each other. Manage for 1 month, but it's like this tactical challenge that we're doing, but we call it the Hot Potato Challenge. 1 season. Then we start from now. The Hot Potato Challenge has gone to a new level. So we now be starting in a lower league country, and then we are moving from there to there. So everybody's taking a shot at it. Yeah. But I haven't done mine yet. Yeah. I don't know, man. Because they're different coaches, right? Frank de Boer, the national Dutch team, it's very hard to say. Because that's the national Dutch team, and Frank de Boer, when there's a manager, he has his own way of doing things. There was a time when it was okay, and it manages his tactics, right? And how they want to see the game develop and how they want to play. I don't know, man. I can't look at Frank de Boer at the moment because their system is now slightly different. They're not evolving so much. They're sticking to their 4-3-3 systems. Like, total football still has a place. Because a lot of the systems that are playing right now are offshoots of total football. In fact, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how he does. Because Holland has come back to be a pretty strong team in Europe. But right now it's only the, what do you call it? The Nations League, right? Enjoy yourself. Nation League is just that. It's just a distraction, man. Somebody in Europe decided, hey, we want to make some money. Look at the Champions League. Oh, they're making lots of money. We should rebrand our friendlies. But we're not making money from these friendlies. Nobody's buying our friendlies. Let's call it the Nations League. Let's make it so complicated, nobody's going to understand it. Hey, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, nobody's going to understand it. They'll be so mystified. It's the Nations League plus the algorithm to win the thing. Nobody really understands, but it's okay. We're after the money. Don't worry. We'll sell the rights. Nations League. Please. I don't pay attention to the Nations League. When it's the European Championships, we'll start talking. It should be a good. I tried. I did manage a small little team, like a small team. Yeah, actually, don't. I can never be a manager. I swear to God, I'm a man manager. I bring out the best in people. But when I manage the tactic, it'll be this. Always the same tactic. I've done it every time. Boys, today we are playing 3-1-4-3. Look at me, huh? 3-1-4-3, yes. You stand way out to the left flank. Okay. Your job is to stand at the left flank when we attack. People are going to be confused because you're staying so close to the corner flagpole. But that's the intention. You are there to confuse the opponent. You three defenders, you do a diamond defense, right? Okay. The four of you control midfield, but you wingbacks are bombing down the place. You two strikers, I want you guys to play off each other, but off to the flanks. Because people are going to wonder why nobody's attacking this area. See, I made everybody play scramjet. I really did. I made every team that I have ever touched, right? All they play scramjet. Because it was like, huh? What? Boss, we got no fullback in our tactic. No. We don't need fullbacks. This wide midfielder, you run up and down like a bloody, crazy horse. Okay, that's all you do. You guys just protect and then he just hoof the ball forward. We got three strikers. One is going to be running towards the flagpole and he's going to cross the ball. By the time they realize it's too late. They've got two boys in the box. So we had to deliver the crosses all the time. Yeah, scramjet. We actually went to the finals in a competition. I made it all the way to the finals. Just some stupid ass experiment. But you can't take me seriously, man. You cannot take me seriously as a football coach. Yeah, nobody's going to take me seriously. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people. Is it possible to create? Yeah, it's possible to create Dutch football. Jahid isn't here. He replicated the whole Toto football system. Rinos Michel's Toto football system. You ever tried strikeless? Yes, I play strikeless once in a while. I have done strikeless once in a while. Yeah, once in a while it's fun to play strikeless systems because but I don't know, strikeless is Guido's thing, right? I do, but it's like he enjoys it a lot. I play once in a while, I have, but I'll save it for maybe one of the tactical challenges. I'll pop in a strikeless tactic. Strikeless tactics, the only thing I do, I like to it. Strikeless tactics, when you play a strikeless tactic, because of the nature of the way it's played, because you got no strikers, you need teams to come out. Right? You yourself, as a team, you want to draw them out a bit. Right? So you will, because the strikeless system does precisely that. It doesn't have any strikers, right? So they will advance. When they advance, they open up the space. So if you play with a much highlight engagement, the maximum, you're just nice. You'll be able to do one or two things. But once those teams play with a double DM system, then you got to think about you got to be slightly a bit more imaginative. But it's not too hard. Not with the strikeless system. It's not that difficult to do it. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, Nations League is a waste of time. I bet the trophy is made out of sadness. I know the trophy is made out of plastic sadness. Plastic and sadness. First, plastic is fake and sadness, right? So when they pick up the trophy, oh my God, what is this? We spent the last couple of months playing this competition for a plastic freaking trophy. And that's what I feel. Plastic sadness. Do you think Germany is as great as before? Yeah, I think Germany, they've got... One thing about Germany I never understood, right? They've had this one manager for the last 15 years. It's like, hey guys, we can't go wrong now, right? We're going to keep with him. Hell and high water, right? Because we got, there's no other German coach in the whole of Germany. We have nobody else who can coach football except for the one Joachim Low, who doesn't even sound like it's a bloody German name. Because Low, when it comes to Asia, they think it's a Chinese. They start speaking Chinese to him because they think it's low-lying fat. Joachim Low, Liang Fat. He doesn't even look like... He comes to... So, I don't know, man. Seriously, Germany? I have a funny feeling about Germany. I don't understand Germany, right? I don't think they have these patches, right? Right? They have these patches. They went through a really bad patch at the last World Cup. And I think that this is one country that needs a new manager. They need a new direction because they've been sticking to their playbook so rigidly for the last week. They've been very German about it. They don't want to leave. It's like we build BMW and that's the only car that's going to be the top German car for the rest of his life, along with Mercedes-Benz, these two cars. So I don't think they'll ever be there. But Germany, forget it. The true total football may never come back. Yes and no, right? But think about true football. Okay, even true total football under Johan Cruyff. And Johan Cruyff was playing for Ajax, right? You have to remember this. He was the only player there that was creative. Okay? The rest of the team was very disciplined. So the thing about Rinus Michel's system is Rinus Michel, right? So you have to be very careful when you look at Rinus Michel's and when you look at Johan Cruyff because two different teams, no? Right? So total football as a principle, I think a lot of teams are trying. But the challenge with total football is this. Players must be very comfortable playing in different positions. You want to play a total football system, replicate it in Football Manager, then you have to find a team that has players that can play in multiple positions before you jump into it. So that's the big challenge. Germany takes Klopp. Man, that's in the end for Liverpool, man. I raise your strike list and suggest you try to make a defenderless like, oh yeah, Ryan, thank you very much. We tried that already, okay? Please. Oh man, I'll do defenderless when the patch comes. Can we do that? When the FM21 is released, the first tactic I do is a defenderless tactic. Like I do it every year, right? But I never streamed it, okay? The first tactic we'll do on the stream is a defenderless tactic because it's a lot of fun, right? We're going to play a defenderless tactic because I did one in FM20 this was private, right? So the final score 4-3. We won without defenders. Oh man, it was fun, man. We conceded so many goals. Hey. Do you think Arteta will play a 4-3-3 with Xhaka at the base, Partey box to box, and Ceballos allowed to roam around? A bit dangerous though, because it's not his style. His style is not to have Ceballos running. He's gonna anchor this team. It's too dangerous for him to do that. I don't think Ceballos will be allowed to roam. But Xhaka at the base looks potentially that I think he's going to look for a hard-working core in his team. He looks at a lot of... We'll see what happens. But Partey is a big signing for Arsenal. That's a huge signing. Yeah, they can have a beloved Klopp between now and go F themselves. Totally agree. Sachi is phenomenal. Right. Germany need Klopp, 100%. Germany is going to try and pitch Klopp. I have a funny feeling that Germany is going to go to Klopp when his contract is about to expire this year. They're going to go to Klopp and say, Klopp, will you be our German manager for the next 15 years? Because that could be his lifetime dream, right? To become the German manager, win the World Cup. I mean, honestly speaking, if you were Klopp, you tell me you're going to stop for that. I mean, you got a realistic chance of winning the World Cup. And then Klopp will come in and says, this is exactly what I want for the German. This is a legacy that will be built for the rest of his life. Right? He'll have a statue of himself, the German FA. Yeah. With his white shining teeth. Which I swear is fake. Have you stopped streaming on Twitch? The reason why I cut down on Twitch, right? On Twitch, I'm going to do games. Like Diablo, whatever, Baldur's Gate, all this kind of stuff. Have fun. And Game Changer on Twitch on weekends. That's the only day I do Football Manager. It's because people have been asking for my shows and I've been having to double edit. The show's on Twitch over here, so I'm having to edit. So what I've done is I'd rather stream here so I don't have to re-edit the shows. And they stay on the archive. So it's easier for people to search when they want to look at a tactic. Because if you try searching for something on Twitch and tell me you can find it. Okay. Because I get people asking me, dude, you did this 4-1-2-3 tactic on Twitch, right? Which episode was it? Which day was it? And I'm like going, shit, this is a bad move. So I'm coming back to YouTube. Yeah, I think swapping doesn't work in FM, right? Except for the swapping on the same flank. The other swapping, don't try it. Don't try the fullback midfielder swap. It's gonna screw your tactic up. Yeah. Can we pull with Germany, give him all the stuff and money in the world and both have? Oh man, if I tell you something, I guarantee you every German fan probably wants Klopp to manage Germany. I don't blame them if they want to. Because I think that is going to be the direction he goes in. Finally, I won't be surprised if he does it. Because it's like the natural progression for a manager. It's his career. It means this is his calling, right? Wouldn't you want to manage? I mean, don't we all want to manage a national team and win the World Cup as one of our achievements in Football Manager? Don't you think he want to? The time will come. He will say adieu to Liverpool and he's gone, and we will just have to say thank you for all the fish. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming on today's stream. The kids are almost home. I've got to let her cats out before the kids come out. Kids come home. That gives them about a short window of opportunity to tear the whole house apart, including my legs. So I want to thank everybody for coming into today's stream. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like, the subscribe button if you find the show entertaining at least, or at least informative. And I am so excited to do a Selangor one. Whoa, that one I'm going to do 100%. I'm going to do a Selangor very, very soon. Maybe FM, I don't know, maybe I should do it for FM21, right? Could be one of the saves I do. Because I'm toying with the idea very carefully. It was either Selangor or Sarawak, to be very honest with you guys. I was toying with the idea of picking a club in Sarawak or Selangor. Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for coming today. Once again, thank you for all your support. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Yilmaz, for becoming members of the stream today. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, absolute legends. I adore you guys. Don't forget, I'm working on the book for FM21. It may not be out on the day FM21 is released. Definitely not when the beta is released. But give me some time. We should have something out within a month after the beta launches, right? That time frame, I'll get my new book out. The other book, because I'm writing 3 books, right? So you have to bear in mind, I'm writing 3 books at the same time. Okay. So the first book is going to be a complete rewrite, top to toe of the handbook that I wrote for FM Football Manager. The second one is the handbook, the tactical handbook, right? Which is usually has got like 10 tactics I release. And then the final one is the Lower League Manager's Guide, but that is going to be part of the main book. But I'm going to split the main book into 2 parts as well, so I can try and do as much as I can in the first book and then release the second book as well. So a lot of guides I'm going to be putting out in the next couple of months. Plus, if you're not a Discord member, whatever, don't worry. I release those books as well in parts as well to the community, like the book rolls on the forums. I do videos for the whole community as well. So it's not like oh my god, the only way I'm going to get the book is if I'm his Discord member. Shit, man, he's a bloody idiot. No. Trust me. The videos come out, you have all the information. All of that is going to come out. Yeah, it's all there. It's all there, right? The tactics are coming out. There'll be an explanation of the elements in the tactic as well. Yeah, the books are just for those hardcore guys who want to know how you replicate tactics. That's it. Okay? So I want to thank everybody for today. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. You take care. I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.